If you have been tuning in to the past 5 days, then hopefully you can feel the energy and excitement around how much I love me some Thailand. And not if, but when I go back, there are a few little things I would do differently. So, for context, I have been to Thailand twice. The first time I went to Koh Samui, Phuket, Bangkok, and Chiang Mai. The second time in 2025, I went to Bangkok and Phuket. So I have had my fair share of going to some of the cities twice, and both of the trips were around 20-ish days. And I regret nothing. Like, I think both of the trips taught me something different. The first time around, I did a full it was almost it was almost 3 weeks, but the first few days I spent at a mastermind and then went gallivanting around Thailand solo. And then this time around, I spent the first 10 days or so with other people and then spent the last week solo. I say all this just to give context around like the travel I've done so far. I think both times I went, I was so excited about everything that I had an opportunity to experience that I may or may not or may have overbooked myself. And to the point where by the time I was heading home, I was like, girl, we are tired. And so let's get into some of the things that I would do differently now, having been to Thailand twice and also knowing that I will be going back again, hopefully sometime very soon. So first things first, I will be putting some respect on Bangkok. Yeah, I have been treating Bangkok as like, it's like the city that like I fly into from the US and I fly out of to the US. And I haven't actually like carved out itineraries when I've gone to Bangkok because I'm like, okay, I know this will be a stopping point on my way to Koh Samui or to Phuket. And then I also know like I would have like a night or two both times I went to Thailand where that was like my last city that I stayed in because my flight was then going to be leaving out of Bangkok to go back home. I have not actually, outside of the 2 excursions I shared in the last episode with respect to the midnight food tour and then the Akara rooftop bar, like outside of that, I haven't intentionally planned out, like carved out or researched all that there is to do in Bangkok, but that is something that I will do differently. After going the past 2 times, I can also appreciate the variety within like the different neighborhoods within Bangkok. They all have very different feels. Like I think there's some parts of the city that are much calmer and have like the greenery and the luxury apartments and hotels, and there's other parts that are like New York City hustle and bustle. Of course, you have like your more local parts. So I say all that to say, like I actually want to have at least 5 days in Bangkok next time I go, where I'm genuinely like getting to know the city for itself. And that almost sounds like I'm like making it a person. There's a term that we used to use in grammar class, I can't remember, but personifying. Like personifying Bangkok. But anywho, so I want to both have the time carved out where I can do intentional excursions, but I also need to have a day where I'm just gallivanting and hopping on the back of some random Thai man's bike via the Grab app, of course. But yeah, I need to do that because it is expansive and there's so much to see and experience there. So that's the first thing I would do differently. The second thing I would do differently is I would actually have a full day where I am just in the spa. I, of course, like have had my fair share of going to get a massage and going to get a facial and all that jazz, but it's typically like either like before or after the hustle and bustle of like going on another excursion, or I'm running to the spa, and now I'm stressed like getting into this experience, and I really just want to have a day, I want to have a day where I'm just like getting my facial, getting my massage, sitting in the spa, like in the pool, reading my book, glass of wine in hand, like just very woosah. And especially if I were to do this like in a busier city like Bangkok, it would just be like a great escape like mentally, physically, emotionally, just to like decompress. So I'm thinking this could probably be something on like either the second to last day or the last day of a trip, where I'm ending it on a relaxing note versus child, the last two times, well, the only two times I went to Thailand, but the first time I went, I remember I was cutting it really close because I had gone to the mall. I was trying to get all of my souvenirs at the mall prior to going to my facial. I get to my facial, I'm overwhelmed. I like was on the back of a motorcycle, so like my face was already, it was dirty, it was sweaty, it was too, I was doing too much. And then I left from the facial to then rush back to the hotel, to shower, get all of my stuff, and then rush to the airport. Does that make sense, Brienne? Like, why would you do that? And then this last time when I went in 2025, wow, I didn't learn my lesson the first time, because 2025, I was also rushing all morning, going from one mall to another and trying to get all of my, not excursions, what you call those things? Souvenirs. Trying to get all of my souvenirs for my family and whatnot. And then I was rushing to get my massage. And then after my massage, I was rushing to meet up with a friend. And after my friend, I was rushing to go to Accra because I wanted to see that rooftop bar and experience it. And it's just like the juxtaposition of wanting to relax in, you know, in the massage, on the massage table or getting a facial, but then you're also doing all this rushing, like make it make sense. So we're doing that differently next year. And I think the beauty of Thailand is you can actually, like, it's super affordable to have a full spa day and just pamper yourself. So that's the second thing we're doing differently. The third thing I wanted to do differently the next time I go to Thailand is I actually really want to see the Similan Islands, and they are very much giving like the Maldives of Thailand. So the last time I went in November 2025, my plan was actually to go to the Similan Islands like 2 days after I went to the PP Islands, but the rain and the thunderstorms, like I really would have been looking like Boo Boo the Fool getting on someone's boat in the middle of those storms to see them. So I ended up not. But I think I've had my fix with the PP Islands, honestly. And granted, there's definitely a few islands I have not yet seen within the PP Islands, but there's also like so many islands in Thailand. And yeah, I have to remind myself of that. So the next time I go, I do want to check off the Similan Islands off of my bucket list and probably go there like earlier in the day, because I've heard that that's when the crowds are not as bad. But yeah, I need to see that for myself with my own two eyes. And it sounds like the marine life that they have out there is also really pretty. So yeah, that will be my next endeavor whenever I go. And then ideally, once I've seen that, now we'll look into, you know, some of the other islands that are closer to Koh Samui and that side of Thailand. So those are the three things that I will be doing differently next, hopefully this year, period. This year, mark my words, we're gonna run this back whenever it happens. But yes, I'll be giving Bangkok some more love and respect. I'll be having a full spa day, and I will be going to see the Similan Islands and just basking in all of the beauty of those pristine blue waters and the white sand. So that is all for today's video. If you liked it, please don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe. And tomorrow we are going to round out our Thailand extravaganzas for 2025. It's giving, I think I want to do a montage of like more of like a vlog for tomorrow, because I have a ton, I have a ton of content that I have between my laptop and my phone that I just need to share with the world. So I'll work on that. But otherwise, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you tomorrow.